Hey
All
guys, make
right.
sure you are muted.
Ace,
Being
Ace
respectful.
Not now.
Lacewing.
It said, okay, never mind. It does now.
Okay, here we go. Here's another in a series from Ace Lacewing. Sorry for the delay. Today's is called Bad Bugs Are My Business. I only got to look through it once real quick because of the delays, but hopefully this will go okay. It's going to be sluggish moving today. There we go. Remember, these take place in the city of Motham. Remember all the puns about bugs, moths. Six Legs Park. That's where I think it's going to take place today. That's interesting. All right, here we go. Some cases start small. Some cases start big. This one started with a small flea with a big lump on his head. The flea's name was Murphy, Scratch Murphy, the owner of Six Legs Park. He was itching to tell me something. I have a big problem, Detective. I'm missing a lot of money I owe to a bank, said Scratch. How much money, I asked. Enough money to build half of Six Legs Park, Scratch sniffed. That's a lot of dough you owe, I said. My gal Xerces and I listened to his story. You remember them from the last story. They're getting the puns already, aren't they? He was itching to tell me something. I got a kick out of that. Please would do that. Scratch said that Six Legs Park was supposed to open months ago, but some greedy carpenter ants decided to quit before the place was finished. They wanted better pay. The flea had no choice but to borrow money. The park finally opened and the flea was hopping in cash. This morning, he stuffed his flea bag full of money and headed to the bank to pay the loan back. Bam! He got hit on the head with a carpenter ant toolbox. He woke up and the money was gone. Who knew you were going to the bank this morning? I buzzed. Just the roach who gave me the loan and my brother, he answered. We took his flea-bitten case and headed to the bank. The roach hissed hello. I pretended I needed a loan. Are you from Madagascar? Xerces asked. Yes, hissed the roach, and I'm going back tomorrow. Too many bad bugs in Motham City for me. That's not a cheap trip, I said. I came into some money by accident. A business deal, said the roach. What kind of business deal, I asked. None of your beeswax, said the roach. You still want a loan? Nah, I said. The roach wasn't talking, so he headed out the door. Was the roach the thief? Maybe the carpenter ant toolbox had some answers.
Yay, Bob the Beetle! Elijah, stay muted, please.
It could be anyone's toolbox, the head ant said. You know how many carpenter ants there are in Motham City? If you see one, there's 1,000 more where he came from. I asked the ants if they knew who might be out to exterminate Scratch Murphy. Well, said one ant, it's tough getting rid of fleas, but a lot of ants around here would love to scratch out, and not just the ants. Why, Boll Weevil and Scratch argue all the time. I know Scratch didn't want to get the police involved, but we needed to talk to Boll Weevil. Police Sergeant Zito the Mosquito knew Bo's neighborhood like the back of his wings. He also knew how to keep a secret. Boll Weevil took his time coming to the door. Could you make it quick, Detective? My larvae are in the middle of lunch. We told Bo about the missing flea bag and asked him about his beef with Scratch. Sure, I'm mad, said Bo. Scratch put my cotton candy stand right next to Queenie's Hive Rise honey stand. She makes the best honey in town. I can't sell any cotton candy when she's around, but Scratch won't give me another spot. I'm a family man, Detective. Raising hungry little boll weevils isn't cheap. I'm closing my cotton candy stand and taking my business elsewhere. But if I were you, I'd ask Scratch's girlfriend a few questions. Maybe she took the money. Why is that? Asked Zito. Lady Debug is a real beauty, but from what I heard, Scratch doesn't treat her like a lady bug. I looked at Bo's family. I couldn't recall seeing a cuter bunch of little boll weevils. We took the Caterpillar to Six Legs Park. The place was swarming.
You're glitching. You're glitching.
There was so much to do. We felt like little larvae again and almost forgot we were on a case. We're playing on all the rides, it looks like. There you can see the park, Six Legs Park. What's this one? Madam Gypsy Moth Wing Readings. Anteater Falls. Here we go again. We were on our way to the park office when I spotted a long-legged ladybug floating ahead of us. Miss Lady Debug, I called out. What's this all about? She said. Seems like someone was trying to play flatten the flea with your boyfriend, I said. Oh my, is he okay? She looked worried. He looked okay to me, but I'm no doctor, I said. He has a pretty big lump on his head and an even bigger lump of cash missing. Cash missing? Lady's eyes narrowed. Did you know Scratch was going to the bank this morning? Asked Zito. No, he never tells me anything, she pouted. But I did see him leave his office. Did you know about his bank loan? Asked Xerces. Scratch doesn't like to talk about money, and I don't like to bug him. He might be small, but he has a big temper. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm meeting someone, and I'm late.
You're glitching
New
still.
suspect, it looks like.
Yeah.
Guys,
I'm
we
what?
can't do anything about the glitching. Just follow along with the words.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
trying to.
have something to say.
I'll try to make them big enough so you can read them too.
This is Reinheimer.
Like, come on.
Here's
When I do this, like in between her nose, she likes it.
Guys, you need to stop talking, okay? You can.
this isn't part of the
Once-
story, but this is just them being funny in the book. Park rules. Parents, keep your larva with you at all times. Please keep your antenna inside all rides. Do not fly out of ride until it has come to a complete stop. Don't be a litter bug. Keep the park clean. And can't read all the last one. And exclaimed exoskeletons will be something. Anyway, just being cute. There's Bo Weevil's cotton candy business out of business next to the high-rise honey stand. And it's near the Termite Tower of Terror. Okay, back to the story. We followed Lady Debug around the corner and over to the Termite Tower of Terror. She stopped and waited. Then she waved hello to someone. That someone was Scratch. He gave her a package and she put it into her empty suitcase. Then they walked away. Why didn't she say she was meeting him? And hey, what happened to the lump on his head? Where were they going and what? There they are. Hey, detective.
There's like,
Hey, detective, I've been looking all over for you. It was Scratch. I've been thinking and maybe wait a minute, I interrupted. Wasn't that you I just saw walking with Lady Debug? What? Said Scratch. And you have a lump now, but you didn't just, I stuttered. You saw someone who looked like me, said Scratch. Someone who looked exactly like you, said Xerces as she touched his head without a lump. Without a lump. My brother Scritch, said Scratch. We're twins. Scritch and Scratch. We ran to catch up to Lady and Scritch. At the park office, Bo Weevil was coming out the door. He had closed up his stand for good and had just dropped off his keys. Scritch and Lady said goodbye to him and went inside. What do you think they're up to? Asked Xerces. No good, yelled Scratch, his temper rising. He ran over and flung open the office door. What's going on here? Yelled Scratch as he burst through the door. Well, sputtered Lady, a woolly bear caterpillar coat? Who's this for? Demanded Scratch. And isn't that my flea bag over there? Scratch picked it up. Only a couple of bills fluttered out. Wonder if they did it. Okay, where's the rest of the money? Asked Scratch as he looked at the fur coat. Is this what you spent it on? He asked Lady. As if I wouldn't have bought you whatever you wanted. I can't believe my own brother and girlfriend robbed me. Arrest them, Scratch was hopping mad. No, you got it all wrong, pleaded Scritch. I don't know how your flea bag got in the office. I didn't steal it. And the coat, it was a... Don't say another word, screamed Scratch. The park police came and took the pair away. I've worked so hard to build this park. I know a lot of bugs are jealous of my success, but my own brother, my own family, and my precious ladybug stole my money. I thought I could trust them. Doesn't anybody love me? Scratch sobbed. It's all about family, said a voice behind us. It was Bo Weevil. You don't have family, you don't have nothing. Everything I need is right here, he said, pointing to his little family and their buggy. Looks like you got your bad bugs, Detective, he continued. As for me, I'm taking the young ones out to a nice cotton field in the country. Gonna kick back and watch the little pupae molt and grow up. He turned and walked away, shaking his head. What a family man that Bo is, said Zito. You never see weevils taking care of their young like that. My antenna twitched. Then it hit me like a fly swatter. Family schmamily, I said. You never see weevils caring for their young because their babies grow up inside the cotton bolls and don't come out until they're adults. Those little weevils Bo's been carrying around, there's something not right with them. Bo's our bug, Zito. We ran after Bo and he took off. A baby weevil fell out of the carriage. It split open and Bo's secret flew out. Money came out of the Bo Weevil baby. Now they're chasing him onto the roller coaster, it looks like. Bo gave us a run for the money. And there's their trip around around the park. Not quite, not quite. Can you follow all that? They're chasing them through all the rides. It's quite a park for bugs.
Every time you move your screen, it's done.
I just noticed that also a lot of the rides are actually things that kill bugs.
Yeah, I know, like fly swatters.
Yeah.
Yep.
The other one's a Venus flytrap, anteaters.
Yep.
That'd be like calling.
Okay, we got just a couple pages left here. Hold on, then we can talk.
Sorry.
We brought the money back to Scratch. The park police had discovered that the caterpillar coat was a present from Lady that Scritch had helped pick out. Lady and Scritch had just been set free. Scratch turned to us with a tear in his eye. I've learned a lot today, Detective, he said. My family does care about me and I need to control my temper. I'm making some changes. Anyone who works for me will earn a fair wage and I'll give free admission to their families too. Six Legs will be all about family and doing what's right. And Scratch went on and on as he walked away with Lady and Scritch. The case was solved. Scratch had his fortune back and Zito was off to have his fortune told. As for me, my fortune was in my gal's blue eyes. They're back at the Zito's back at getting his wings red. Bo Weevil was never heard from again. Maybe he made it to that big cotton field out in the country. Maybe he didn't. But if he ever comes back to Motham City, I'll be waiting for him. Bad bugs are my business. And I think that is it. Yep, there's the city of Motham. So, interesting.